And I can imagine everyone is sitting at home now, or potentially with your kids as well, having to homeschool like myself. It's probably feeling quite weird if you have just started doing that. But I just wanted to share a little bit of my experience when I have to go from being at work and being with people to all of a sudden being at home by myself while I was going through chemotherapy because my immune system was really low, and I was getting every cough and cold, and I was getting sick all the time, and because of that my chemotherapy was getting delayed. So my GP kind of advised me to stay at home to avoid crowds, not to go anywhere really, because I needed to avoid getting any germs and any viruses. So all of a sudden I went from being this really social person, this person who was always around people, who have always been around people, to being by myself at home because my kids, they had to go to school and my husband had to go to work. And initially it felt a little bit weird because I thought to myself, no, I'm going to miss people. I'm going to miss the contact with people. What am I going to do? How am I going to fill up my time? I can't watch TV, daytime TV. And slowly, it was actually a really beautiful opportunity for me to get to know myself. I hadn't looked after myself for 38 years, I can say. I hadn't stopped. I had worked since I was 17. And for me, it was a really opportunity to start doing things that I've always wanted to do. And they were very simple things like reading. I have always loved reading, but I had stopped reading after life got too busy, the kids and work and etc. So I made slowly I started reading books, and I was very interested in nutrition, in health, and physical health, and mental health, and the whole body, mind, and connection, and understanding more about cancer. But in really understanding how our body works, how do we respond to things. And I read a lot of books. I would listen to TED Talks, to YouTube things, and I would say that I probably have watched a couple of movies, and that was it during my whole 7.5 months of treatment. Um, so really, it was a beautiful opportunity for me to doing things that I really wanted to do. I did yoga, exercise. On my worst days, I would be laying down in bed and I would just get up to eat. But on my best days, I would just go for it. So I know it's a little bit, obviously different, and it's a bit, difficult because some of you will be at home with your kids. But I'm finding that I've been homeschooling the kids in the last couple of days. My son really likes structure. My daughter, she's a little bit more like go with the flow, but I just put some sort of structure together. So we have things that we're doing during the day. I know we go through English, maths, and yoga, exercise, and things that they know that we are doing, and they expect that we'll be doing that. And some structured time around, they are playing now. I'm doing this, so we can have time by ourselves doing what we want to do as well. So sometimes I think it's just getting a little bit structured around a new routine, because we are human beings. We are we like structure. It doesn't necessarily need to be super structured, but at least if you have some sort of an idea of what you're going to do the next day, and you're telling the kids, this is what we're going to do, everybody's feel a little bit less anxious, less bored. People get on each other's you get on each other's nerves a bit less. So I feel it's having a little bit of structure, and also to look forward to things. It's really really important. And in the whole some of you might be working from home, might not be able to go to the gym, and I think putting some structure around this time that I'm not spending commuting anymore. I can be making healthier food. I can be putting a plan together of what I'm going to eat in the next week, that it will be a bit healthier because I didn't have time to do that before. or it could be something like, I'm going to be doing, half an hour of exercise. There's plenty of YouTube channels out there. I follow Yoga with Adriene, which is awesome. There is plenty of yoga sessions that are 10, 20, 30, 40 minutes. There is 𝗬ście𝘂𝗧𝘂𝗧𝗏. There is plenty of aerobics, cardio type of exercises, not from 7 minutes to 20 to 30 minutes. So, it's having a little bit of structure and allowing yourself some time to doing things that you never had time to do before. It will just give you a little bit of the control back. It will give you some good feeling as well that you are not, just sitting at home doing nothing, or that you're just sitting at home not accomplishing the things that you have always accomplished. I think just by making some small changes, you can start all of a sudden feeling a little bit more in control and feeling a sense of achievement, and that you are accomplishing something, because you are setting yourself like different expectations to achieving this, in this challenging time. So I feel that really helped me. And obviously we're so lucky. We've got FaceTime, we've got WhatsApp, we've got all the different ways to connecting with people, that we can still connect with people. We can create some innovative ways. Like a friend of mine, wrote letter to her kids, wrote letter to my kids, which was really beautiful to receive. So there is so many things that we can do also to stay connected, so we don't feel that we are alone, just to keep us going through this challenging time. But I feel that having some structure around like our new normal, it's important to help us to get a little bit of the control back. I hope this is really helpful to you, and stay safe, stay healthy, keep looking after yourself and your family, and I'll see you later.